Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, we are a-okay. So today's video is about being comfortable on camera. I think the first thing, and really the only thing, is just getting, the hours in. That's just plain and simple. Now, if we're thinking about my exact story, it actually all begins at Best Buy. I started working at Best Buy about 3 years ago. I no longer work there, but whenever I worked in the camera department, I decided this would be a great opportunity for me to have content for YouTube. It was nothing glamorous, but I made the most out of it, and I had fun while doing it. Now, at the time, I was using my phone, just my simple little iPhone for these vlogs. Sorry for the rocking. I am actually on an endo board, but it was a rocky road at the beginning, and that's because I was using Snapchat and I was feeling very limited. I started these things called snap flows, and in doing so I was creating these cool transitions, but I wasn't showing much of myself. So what I mean is, the only time I would be in front of the camera would be for maybe 5 seconds at a time, and guess it's for people who don't want 4K. That's not how you're really gonna build your presence on the camera. Eventually you want to get to the point that it feels like you're just talking directly, with someone. Well, actually you're talking to many people, but you gotta kind of see them as one. It's like how public speakers, they always kind of find someone in the crowd to just, really kind of speak directly to. They might have a couple even. So it's good to kind of think about the persona you have on the other side. But jumping back to my story, I know I'm going all over the place. Getting the hours in is essential, so I quickly moved from Snapchat to using a GoPro. I had a DSLR, but I was not comfortable. It's scary to have this big monstrosity.
I only had an Oreo today, and I'm ready to eat, bro.
Straight up, my man only had an Oreo.
Yeah.
In your face, and even seeing it on a side level flip screen, which is very handy. I haven't been able to vlog with a flip screen in a while, so that definitely helps to have. So whenever I switched to GoPro, it was so small. I could just leave it in my pocket, and whenever I had something to say, I would say it. And I didn't want my coworkers to really see it. I was a bit shy about it, so I would just kind of go into the aisles and pull out this tiny little rig I had. It was a little Joby Gorilla Pod, but one of the really, really small ones. And with this, I was able to, just get comfortable talking to something. It had no flip screen, but I knew as long as I would put the lens at right about where my middle of my nose is, I know I'm in frame. Plus, using an ultra-wide lens like a GoPro helps tremendously. And whenever I just kept doing this, I was getting the practice. And, eventually I started to really look forward to it at my job. It wasn't just a job at that point. It was like I could actually create something, and, it felt inspiring. So I decided to eventually have my friends join in. Shout out to Alan. Alan, think fast. Woo! Clean. He was one of the main characters, I guess you could say, in my vlogs. And it was a lot of fun. And with the GoPro, I quickly found that I was outgrowing it. And so I decided to step up to something bigger, and that was a DSLR, which I no longer have. It was the Canon 80D. It had a flip screen. It's what Casey Neistat, I believe he might even still be using it. It's a great camera for anyone looking to do both photo and video. With the 80D though, there came challenges. It wasn't as portable, and it was a monstrosity.
Where'd he go? There he is.
you know, compared to what I was used to. I apologize for the dog. He's going crazy right now. And with this monstrosity, I was getting a little more intimidated. It felt like when I first got the GoPro. And it just feels very uncomfortable just talking to a camera. But you have to get through that part. And I promise you don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. And even if you do want yourself to look a little bit more perfect, like getting rid of ums, you can always edit. Always edit. Always edit. And that's the thing. If you're just shooting these vlogs or just any kind of talking headshot and you're not editing them, if you're just letting them sit, you're not getting the full benefit. I think it's two sides that are equally weighing. You know, you gotta get the balance. And what that is when you see yourself in the edit, you are learning about yourself. And I know I learned so much about myself whenever I did these vlogs. You know, I might have stuttered on a few words. I maybe said too much. I did this, I did that. I don't like the way I portrayed myself in this way, so it's a great way to have self-reflection as well. And I really encourage more people to be able to, you know, vlog or just have talking heads. I don't know, he is usually not barking this much. I wonder if it's because I'm just talking. I don't know. Although, getting back to my story, with the ADD, I wasn't just at Best Buy. I actually never used the ADD at Best Buy because it was so bulky. So I started the real video. Okay, so I'm finally here at Cherry Grove in North Myrtle Beach. You're not gonna believe who's here.
Nice to see you, man. Have we met?
Started, I would say, what the YouTube channel was supposed to be, and that was me growing by just shooting anything and everything and throwing in the talking head parts.
It's already too good for me to walk in this.
We literally, like 2 minutes ago, had a solid like 10-foot path. Now it's about 30 feet of water. And I think that since I had the GoPro originally in the like beginning of my YouTube career, it helped. It just really made me more comfortable to looking at this black piece of reflective glass. And growing with that, I was able to eventually walk out into the streets with my camera, which I think is, you know, what most YouTubers do. I'm gonna surprise Patrick.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
And it seems like the most intimidating part. And it is, if you start with just hopping out into the streets, holding this big camera, flip screen, mic and all, props to you. Because I personally could not do that in my journey. I was too much of a chicken for sure. And since I was able to, you know, work my way up, I got in the hours. It doesn't matter how you get the hours as long as you get them. And that was how I got comfortable in front of a camera. And my first time ever on the streets was actually in Charleston. It was a vlog I didn't post till months later. There's plenty of vlogs that I've made and have not posted because I didn't like the way I sounded or the way I looked. And I kind of regret not posting them, but at the same time I was learning both sides of the vlogging and getting comfortable in front of a camera. So I hope I looked comfortable. Here I am already messing up because I have to make an outro. I hope I looked comfortable, besides, you know, the whole rocking back and forth in this video, because I want to lead by example, of course, but I want y'all to, you know, get yourself in front of a camera more. I promise, looking at yourself in videos is a lot more comfortable than looking at yourself in pictures. This has been Carson Hardy, aka Carsonus. I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.